During this episode, we talk about Scarlett Johansson's voice in OpenAI, why McDonald's is so expensive, Under Armour and Balenciaga collab, Dr. Doom MF Doom tribute. Again, thank you for the view. We appreciate you. So go ahead and like and subscribe. Tell your friends. Enjoy the episode. What's up, everybody? Welcome to the Difficult to Please podcast, episode 60.
60. I don't know.
We are recording on May 30th, Thursday evening. Yeah, it's been about a month since we recorded.
Now.
No, I'm just making sure so that when people fucking watch it, our 37 subs on YouTube. Shout out to 37. It's mainly from the shorts though, but
hey, shorts. They spread.
Yeah, the last time we recorded, we were at the precipice of the Kendrick and Drake beef.
Oh my god!
Because I remember the last thing on what we're hype on, you mentioned the Kendrick's ether, and it was like, oh shit.
It happened twice.
It was like, oh fuck, oh my god.
Yeah, that was a wild 3 songs. Damn. What didn't it say he all 3 of those songs smashed so many records? They all hit platinum kind of things. Damn. So that's how you need to get Kendrick to make more music. You gotta have Drake start shit with them. Hell yeah, bring it. Start more shit with Kendrick.
No, yeah, it's just I don't want to, we don't want to spend too much time on it because I think
it's already passed.
This time, May 30th at the end of the month, all of it's passed.
Yeah, we haven't heard anything. Drake had that last song, right? It was we don't diddle kids. We're not diddling kids. Just kidding. And that was pretty much it.
We need to make a song that we don't diddle kids.
That was pretty much Drake's song. And you hear that, you're that's you can't call the end of it, man. If you shot first, you can't be man, I got shot. We have to. I'm done with this shit. I'm done. I'm not doing this shit anymore, man. All that crazy journalism stuff about it, I planted a child story into that. Yeah, I fucking got him. I was like, what the fuck is going on? That doesn't even. It was such a wild ride. I'm not sure what's true or false anymore, but holy shit, that was a wild 2 weekends, 2 weeks.
It
At
was.
least that weekend was crazy.
Oh shit! When he dropped "Not Like Us," I was like, "Oh fuck! Oh fuck!"
No, it's I think when Family Matters started, right? Family Matters. 10 minutes later, "Not Like Us," and I was just what the fuck is going on? And then, oh dude, it's so crazy because what do you call that? It's just funny because I'll catch myself saying that now. It's so widely accepted. It's damn, they ain't like us. Dude, I just be saying that shit all weekend. I was at a party last night, and it was just one of the always the last bars everyone says they ain't like us, they ain't like us. So yeah, it's good. I mean, at first I was kind of critical of it because I was it was the one before Meet the Grams, right? It was kind of a slower paced song. It was kind of whatever. I forgot what it was.
616 in LA.
Yeah, and I thought that was kind of whatever. I was man, this is his comeback. And then he dropped down Meet the Grams. I was oh fuck, this got serious. And then
it was when you first heard Immortal Technique. Dance with the Devil. You're dude. Oh, this is really intense.
Yeah, that's actually a really good point. It is Dance with the Devil, intense, man. Because you don't feel good after after listening to Dance with the Devil. That's why I think it's one of the best rap songs, right? Because it's oh god damn, this song is so fucking raw. And what was crazy about Drake's or Kendrick's thing was it was just Dance with the Devil for 4 songs, right? It was god damn, or at least three of those songs were Dance with the Devil status. I was whoa, man, he's I want to kill you. This shit got serious way too quick. But yeah, no, it was an interesting thing. And yeah, I mean, everyone, it's obvious who won it, right? They ain't okay, well, anyways, yeah. After
Drake dropped The Heart Part 6, it was kind of okay, what's next? They're oh, it's over.
It's over, yeah. Drake doesn't respond to that. He doesn't do shit to that. That was such a weak song.
Memes were so good. Oh man, the memes. For those 2 weeks culture. Was fucking ridiculous.
There was like the Drake Kendrick anime. There was the God, just it was so like the internet blew up that man. Internet really popped off that week. That shit was crazy. That was everywhere. Oh my god, I loved it. And it was like it was even on like Colin and Shay show, right? When they started writing jokes for each other. Like they was like, God damn. Like I don't want to say this. I don't want to say this joke. I don't want to say this joke.
The joke swaps are like the best part of good. SNL.
You could be like, yo, these two like he's gonna read my joke. I'm gonna go like I'm gonna step it up by times 10 real quick. Like the one where Che got called in on the Scarlett Johansson thing.
Yeah.
And then Colin got Che on the Kendrick Lamar thing. It was so good.
Because it was a trip during during that weekend, like how Scarlett Johansson got mad that OpenAI was using like a knockoff voice of her in the movie. Her like she said no originally in October to Sam Altman, and then they're like, okay, it's cool. We'll find the voice actor or actress that sounds kind of like you.
Yeah, we'll make a deal with her, kind of thing. Yeah, it was weird too, because after like I was kind of listening to like all the different journalisms and stuff around that kind of thing, and it's like, well, could you really like monetize a voice kind of thing? You know what I mean? Like people do sound the same. People sound similar. It's just that's how voices are, right? I think OpenAI could have gotten away with it if Sam Altman didn't tweet her. That's it.
If Sam Altman didn't kind of like put it out there, like he was like inspired by Spike Jonze. Mm-hmm. Wait, Spike Jonze did her, right?
I believe so. Right. Spike Jonze? No, Spike
Jonze, the white man.
Spike Jonze. Okay.
Yeah, so it's like
both good filmmakers. Anyways, yeah,
they're really good. But yeah, for him to be like, "Yo, I love her," and I love Scarlett Johansson in her, so like, oh shit, it's like it's painfully obvious. Like you can't.
Obvious. Yeah, you can't do that. Especially said no, and like his team was still trying to get her into it, like even like weeks before the announcement, and it was just crazy because like. Because what was it like? A lot of people were, they kind of saw Sam Altman as this like really good tech dude, right? Because we had Sam Bankman-Fried go to jail, we had the whole Elizabeth Holmes stuff, and just like, the whole Elon Musk thing, and it's just like a really bad look for like Silicon Valley leaders, right, at the moment. And so, like, I think if on like Kara Swisher's book, her most recent book that came out, the first line was. It was about capitalism after all. Like that's the first line of her book. It's about like her critical view on like her whole beat kind of thing. And in the end, it's just people from California like having this. Well, I say people from California, but like businesses from California. I said it in quotes because not everyone's from California, right? But like it's like those basically Silicon Valley people saying like, oh, we're gonna do like great big grand things for the betterment of humanity, but as Kara Swisher put it, like it was all about capitalism after all, and I think that's like how we should see like leaders going forward. Just
AI in general. I know we're fucking jumping in our fucking place here, but in AI in general, how we've approached AI the last year, and this is painfully obvious that we're like the most pro AI like podcast fucking. Creative podcast, and we get so much shit on like socials about it.
Which is fine. It's fine.
Which is fine.
I appreciate it.
But like it's funny to see how the various LLMs, the learning language fucking I don't know whatever it stands for. Yeah.
Large language models.
That like right now they're just kind of not good with like being integrated into things. Like for example, like over the last week, Google's AI product, Gemini, when you ask, it's kind of like they want to use, or the CEO of Google has been making this pivot of having their AI featured in their Google search. So eventually the Google Gemini AI is going to replace search. So so in the future, like you don't need to fucking have like pages of results. It's gonna get to you your answer and shit. But right now, our fucking their data that's being fed into Gemini is pulling from fucking Reddit, and it's like it's just like dumb fucking like sarcastic like facts, and then it's like right now Google can't fucking discern reality. So like there's if you type in like, hey Google, best way to keep the toppings on a pizza, and it's right now it'll say like, oh, it looks like that if you put glue on pizza, it's the best way to keep your toppings on. Because it pulled from like a thread from Reddit on a subreddit. Like, what the fuck?
Have you heard the one about the Yakuza?
No.
So it's just for like if anyone doesn't know, Google is now integrating like Erwin said into the search, right? So basically, I haven't seen it because I don't have the Google app. So is it a mobile thing? Because I definitely don't see it on the website.
You know what? It might be mobile because I honestly now I think about it.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't see it on Safari.
Yeah. So basically, it's just going to give you like at the very top. It's just going to give you a quick answer, whatever, right? And then after that, it's going to be the normal Google. So, anyways, someone asked me, I'm like, oh, tell me like what criminal activities does the Yakuza do in the United States or something like that, right? And so it's like, the Yakuza is more popular, I guess, more in Hawaii, California kind of thing, blah, blah, blah. They do like methamphetamine, traffic weapons, et cetera, and they are a part of the Colorado Higher Education Board. And it was just like, excuse me? What was that last line again? So, it's stuff like that. And like what everyone was talking about, the large language models and stuff like that, and the fact that everyone's making money into everyone's signing deals with like Reddit and stuff like that too. It just goes to show that bad data in is bad data out, and like this should be like a small precaution about how things go forward, because this is also like like what people who are kind of critiquing about the whole stealing from artists and kind of thing to the creative community. This is what I mean. Like people are putting this data in, and like it's going to be bad. If you're stealing, putting bad data in, you're going to get shit and bad results, right? That's just how it's going to be. So I think that's why I don't fear this whole general intelligence thing. I mean, if you're going to feed it shit data, you're going to get shit results. So I'm not worried about like an AI over takeover, right? Because it's going to tell me like, yeah, I'm going to put glue in your fucking pizza so none of the shit comes off. Or like, how to avoid a hurricane, you stay inside kind of thing. It's like, what the fuck? Like, no, I don't want to take this like bad shit out. Because like, the internet's unfiltered. It's just stupid people doing stupid things sometimes. Like there's the top layer of like good stuff, and like the bottom layer is all like bad, terrible, sarcastic, witty humor, dark shit, right? And that's just like, I feel like the internet is sometimes like the id of the of the world consciousness or something like that, and you don't want that shit popping up in general intelligence.
Because I was gonna also add that like because of Elon's also side hustle of using X, whatever his X AI, it's gonna be
Twitter.
It's basically Twitter is going to be its data source. So all the fucking bad shit you see on Twitter is going to create this like shitty AI.
Yeah.
It's going to be like marketed. I mean, I don't know, but like I imagine Elon is going to pitch this as like the edgier AI, like your AI with like a right wing like lean. But it's kind of all in all, I think like just to pound the point here is like I'm not afraid of AI in its current stage because of the way that the data is being fed and the data that is being pulled. Because as a creative, you're like, your sources and you're going to know your own references and how you create and go about that. Yeah, there's going to be the generative AI things that like are really helpful, and this is where I'm like very like pro is like the generative AI and the things that help your workflow, things that kind of like help you move your processes along, that's going to be like fine. I think it's like the larger big picture things that I think as creatives you have to like not stress about and just work on your craft. Because like, say like if you ask Google to create a movie script or create a fucking like a library of work, like they're not gonna fucking do it the way that you really want it, like how you envisioned it. You know what I'm saying?
100%. Yeah, it might give you ideas. I mean, that's definitely giving me ideas and stuff like that, right? Like it'll spit out like 99% shit information for me. But at least with that, like 99% shit, I could be like, okay, what works? What doesn't work? No, that doesn't work. That doesn't work. That doesn't work. And I'd be like, what if I did this instead? Kind of thing would be a lot more interesting. But yeah, no, I 100% agree with you. And I think going forward, I think for me, this is how I envision like how AI is going to work. Because, you know, I'm always going to reference freaking Kai-Fu Lee's thing, because I think he's completely spot on about this. But it's pretty much like, you're going to have your own AI, or you're going to have like a more specialized data set that's more catered to you or your organization or your business or whatever. And that AI is going to work for you, rather than like you try to take everything from the world and try to distill it into like something quote unquote unique or creative or something like that, right? Because it's like, why, like for example, this is kind of what Microsoft's leaning into right now with Copilot. It's gonna work like for example, it's gonna work with your Excel files rather than like take the whole Excel files of the world and bring it over and like make some inferences or something like that. So I think going forward, like we have to think of AI as like, oh, here's my data set, or here like my 100 paintings or whatever. I don't know, whatever you want to say to it. Do something with this, analyze it, whatever. Like draft me something. What can you gain from this? Kind of thing going forward. Because like, man, I can imagine like if I had Copilot right now and I was going through like a data set, I would probably just ask it like, for example, like, oh, what are my high cost stuff? What are my low cost stuff? What am I like, what's getting used that I'm not seeing that freaking pivot charts and graph charts can't do, right? Because like there's only like, man, you know how like confusing it is sometimes just staring at a graph chart. You're like, okay, cool. Pivot tables, cool. But like if the Copilot can tell me like, hey, you know, you're making this much revenue, or this is what's occurring more often, like you should look at this. I'd be like, huh, interesting, cool. I can like dive deep into that. So anyways, that's what I mean by like the whole integration between like AI and human kind of thing. And I think I'm very, very interested in what Microsoft's going to do. I'm cautious. I'm really, really cautious now. Because like after the whole thing with Google, I'm kind of like, ooh, this is kind of weird now. And that was betting. Like I think
it's weird because like, when was the last time you used Bing? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. And like, is Bing really going to be a thing still? Like, I don't know. Like maybe just start using Copilot stuff, right? I think that's better. Like, have more limited data sources, or special. I want to say we're going to start leaning to more specialized AI models now, which I think is the best way to go. Like, for example, healthcare is the best place to put it, right? Because all these doctors can't read millions of cancer research papers. Like, why don't you just feed all of that to an AI to do the analyzing for you, kind of thing? And I kind of like that's what Jensen Huang's kind of putting out there too in his NVIDIA thing. He's like, oh yeah, we're gonna elevate healthcare. Sorry, I just went on a tangent, but there's like so much stuff that's been going on with AI, and like I'm getting less and less scared, but more and more impressed on the other side, on the specialized stuff.
I was gonna say how like, or like pivot out and just bring up like the idea of pricing and costs and why McDonald's is too expensive now.
Oh my gosh. Let's get into it.
All right. So, well, according to McDonald's CEO, that the $18 viral Big Mac meal is an exception rather than the rule for all McDonald's. So apparently on TikTok a couple months ago, there was a McDonald's location in the Northeast, somewhere in New England. I believe it's like the only McDonald's in like a 30-mile radius or whatever. So they're able to upcharge and control that market.
Right.
So they're selling $18 Big Mac meals.
Okay.
So that's like the big like viral moment of like, whoa, what the fuck? Why is McDonald's so expensive? And how like that perception just became reality over the few months. Because like everyone in social is like, yo, I don't eat at McDonald's now because it's so expensive. There's $18 Big Macs. And how like perception became reality, right? So now it's like, but then like if you put the numbers like so like a Big Mac now like just generally is like $5.29. Compare that to in 2019 it was like $4.39. So it obviously went up over time because of all the inflation happening over the last 5 years. And then like across the board from last year, fast food has been up 4.8%. So it's true that fast food went up. McDonald's is mad expensive, and it's just like, fuck, man. We just, with all the inflation, all our dollars, like, yo, there's no more fucking dollar menu. It's like the value menu when there are things that are like,
yeah,
there's nothing that's for $1. It's like $1.50, $1.99. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Yeah, there's nothing like that anymore. It's so
like
funny
you can't get a McGangbang anymore. You know what I'm saying?
Oh no, don't say that. Yeah, that's true though. But what's crazy, like when you mention that kind of stuff, like, yeah, I have this really, really like skewed view about like minimum wage, right? That obviously if you raise minimum wage, prices are just going to go up. It's going to go to the consumer kind of thing. Everything's just going to go up in general, right? It's going to put like small business out. The only people who can take high minimum wage is friggin' corporations and stuff like that. Anyways, that's a different topic for another day. But yeah, no, the fact that like when McDonald's started entering that high double digits price on burgers, like I'm out here thinking, well, I'm just gonna go to Friendly's to get a $8 dirty flat top for $8, and this is a way superior burger than anything else. In-N-Out's also still a superior burger. Do you know what I mean? And it's just like it's crazy because like McDonald's is a global company, and they make so much money compared to something like In-N-Out, right? And especially compared to something like the Friendlies, right? Like, yo, those $8 burgers, $7 burgers, $6 burgers are still fucking solid. That's why I always say like I always have to say put things into like the same price range when you're judging burgers, because now McDonald's pricing is on the same level as Shake Shack, and there's a big difference between the two in flavors. I don't know. It's really weird.
No, it's true. It's like the whole conversation of like when Shake Shack opened up on the West Coast, you're like, is it a better burger than fucking In-N-Out? I'm like,
that's not a fair comparison though.
Yeah. It's like,
it's good.
It's apples and oranges.
Yeah, it's kind of apples and oranges. Yeah, it's just, and someone's like, oh, I don't get it. Why? Because I'm like, stop comparing taste. Taste is fine, right? If you go on a taste, then that's a different conversation. But man, it's just not fair because like, are you gonna go to Shake Shack every day? Do you see long ass lines towards Shake Shack every day? No, fucking open up a McDonald's or In-N-Out. You're gonna see that shit like wrapped around the street at 12 p.m. every fucking time. Lunch,
not even 12 p.m. Fucking at midnight every fucking day.
Yeah, it's just crazy. Like it's cheap and it's affordable. It's good. Like it's just how McDonald's should have been. That's how fast food should have been. Anyways, I just hope capitalism really pops off and like bring stuff down. But then like here's a trip too, is that Walmart and Target also dropped their prices more than 10%, like store wide. Like it's so crazy because like I guess people can we just like they try to capitalize on the inflation period, so they rose all their prices. Now the people are like, oh, people don't want to spend as much anymore. Okay, system wide they took everything down 10% off everything. Like it's crazy. And it kind of like, I just wonder if like the government's gonna be like, what the fuck? You guys really rose prices and just like unanimously decided to just like to bring it back down? Like, what? Like, I don't understand. So it's just, this is capitalism, baby. People are trying to line up their pockets.
Fucking capitalism. Yeah, especially like large corporations too, man.
Yeah, they're just trying to line their pockets. That's it.
At this point, it's like if you're doing like a family of four, like, you know, the standard like American shit, right? It's like if you're able to spend under $20 to feed your family of four, you're like fucking golden, right?
Yeah.
So, but it's like you go to fucking like you go to McDonald's, you get that value versus like if you went to like Friendly's, you know, get a burger or a slice or whatever, you're gonna get under 20, and I want to say that you're gonna be a little bit fuller and a little bit more satiated and satisfied.
Friendly's
with that purchase.
$8? Hell yeah, I'm good. I'm good off one burger at Friendly's. That thing's greasy as fuck too, and that's a delicious.
Friendly's plus a slice.
Oh, that's my shit. Right
burger
there.
Plus a slice and a Coke. Fuck around.
That's it. You're good. They don't even use like homemade buns. It's literally like buns you buy from. Like, the only thing they do is just the patty. That's it. That's all they do. The patty's theirs. The cheese is fucking the American sliced cheese, and it's a bun they bought from like Vaughn's or something like that. That's the Friendly's right there. That's fucking good.
It's like a trip. Good. It's a trip how that burger is essentially just like a barbecue, like a backyard barbecue type burger.
And that's all you need, man.
It's so good. You're like, I haven't had that burger in like 5 years, and I still remember like that was a really good burger.
Yeah, no. This is not like a ad or anything, but they open one up in Convoy now, right? So that's why I'm like, oh fuck, this is GG. Every time I'm in Convoy, I just go grab a Friendly's real quick. $8.
Is Friendly's your new is the 2024 version of the 2004 version of Lolita's on Convoy?
Oh yeah.
Oh man.
Ooh,
so for people who don't know, when they had Lolita's on Claremont Mesa Boulevard, chain Mexican restaurant, local chain, Mexican. It was like the most northern location of that specific chain. So it was like carne asada fries were like fresh, crispy, good.
California burrito.
Same.
You got it. That's a joke.
But yeah, so it's like the similar vibes. Like we would go out of our way to get Lolita's because it was like that good.
Okay, the thing about San Diego right now is that San Diego has so many burger joints that it's hard to compete now. Like everyone does really good burger spots. Like I think it's called like Burger Camp or something like that. That's really good. There's just so many good burgers in San Diego now. It's ridiculous. I mean, what are we famous for again? Like Hodad's or something like that?
Hodad's, yeah. Hodad's is like
yeah. So for me, my favorite burger is Friendly's, right? It's nice, it's affordable, it's cheap, and it's simple. I just like a simple cheeseburger, no lettuce, no tomato, none of that shit. Just patty, onions, cheese, bun. That's it. What I think it's still Lolita's though. I felt like maybe I'm getting older, right? And I just don't want to fucking clog up my arteries. But I feel like I will make an effort to go to the Friendly's. If I'm craving a cheeseburger, I will make the drive up there. In-N-Out, I have to be in a mood for, but Friendly's, when I'm like, I want a burger, I'm going to get Friendly's now that it's in Convoy. Yeah, no, 100%. But I'll tell you right now, I went back to Lolita's recently. It's still solid. Like, I got a California burrito. It's still solid. I'm like, damn. Why did we sleep on? Like, why did we stop coming here? Why did we stop coming here? Did it just get expensive? I forgot why we stopped coming here. And I think that's what it was. It just got more expensive. But man, I had that burger at the California burrito recently. I was like, yep, this is still pretty good. It's still really good.
No, I also haven't had a Lolita's burger probably since 2022.
Burrito.
I'm sorry, it's California burrito. From Lolita's since 2022, and I still remember it. It's like fuck. That's really. It's
100%.
When it's fresh.
Oh,
fuck.
Crispy ass fries. They ain't like.
And also, I remember a time when they had the I want to say the only working Marvel versus Capcom 2 arcade machine.
In Lolita?
You remember that in Claremont?
Oh my god, yeah, you're right. It was in that corner, right?
It was in the corner.
Oh my god.
I swear to God. Like, everybody was shutting down their fucking arcades everywhere and all the mall spaces. I swear to you, it was like the last Marvel versus Capcom 2. for like the longest time until like it started breaking down and then it took it away.
Oh my god, I totally forgot about the arcade games back there, the sticks. Holy shit, yeah, you're right. They were back there. They were back there. Damn. That was a nice throwback to talking about food. Are we talking about food again? I was like, oh, McDonald's. We're talking about
McDonald's expensive. Fast food went up over the last year. Inflation, Target,
etc. I forgot? I need to like look up my source again on this one, but the only way I can see companies getting through this is there's this company, I think it's out in New York. I have to listen to like Scott Galloway's like podcast about this again, but it was about a business that was able to pay their employees at a fast food place, cut costs, and give everyone good benefits. And the only way they could have done that is by incorporating like robotics into it and having people do the feeding and the sorting of like the fast food products, right? So they would like, you know, they would do the prep, right? They would do the prep. And I think the robot would do like the cutting or something like that. Like they'll do all like the strenuous stuff. And then like a human is doing the like, what do you call it? They're putting everything together kind of thing. And they're sending it out. So that way, like, you know, instead of having like a staff of like 50 or 10 people do it, that owner can now reduce that staff to 4 and still pay everyone really well. This is like a mom and pop thing too, right? It's not like a big chain, but I think that's eventually where the chains are going to go. Because what else can you do, man? Like, the more people you hire and the more you're trying to pay them well, it's not gonna work in the end. I that's just me, like me trying to think like the business side of stuff. Like, the more people you hire and the more you try to pay them well, the less like sustainable it's going to be sometimes. Like it's just, I'm trying to think from like a mom and pop perspective versus a corporation.
So, yeah, because it's also an interesting kind of like counterpoint that In-N-Out exists, and they've existed in, I guess, because they're privately family owned and this has been in their family for generations, how like ever since they've been able to pay above minimum wage.
Yeah, you could I think you can live your life working at In-N-Out, right?
Yeah. Just because like when we were like in high school, they were paying like $8 or $10 an hour, and that was already like
more than minimum
$2-3. Yeah, more than minimum wage, and as California minimum wage went up, like it's still it's still like it kept up pace and went above. And I think even before California mandated the $20 fast food minimum wage, they're like 21, 22. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's like it's an anomaly, I guess. I want to say they're the exception to how fast food, how manual labor can work in this model. Just because I don't know if it's the back end of or their business practices or whatever. Facts don't matter too much, but it's like they've been able to, like, there's like fucking 10 people at like fucking back there during any time. You know what I'm saying? And it's all efficient. It all fucking works.
Yeah, they don't get paid well.
So that's what I'm saying. It's like I don't know what it is, what makes In-N-Out the difference versus like if you walk into a McDonald's, and it feels like there's like the skeleton of skeleton staffs, like they need some sort of like robotics help, like you said. Like they need additional help. They're always hiring, but like they pale compared to In-N-Out. So
yeah, that's very true. Also, another good company that's been doing it really well was Costco too. Costco, you can also live your whole life over there too. Like I have a buddy, his brother's been there for like over 20 years kind of thing, and it's like lives really good. So it just makes you think, right? Like some of these companies figure it out, why can't bigger companies figure it out too?
Yeah, right. It's like what makes them like what makes them the difference? Because like interestingly enough, I don't think there's too many, or if there might be a union for Costco. They might exist. I'm not obviously not fucking informed to that effect, but for the most part, Costco's aren't unionized, but they fucking
They treat their people so well.
Employees really well, and yeah, it's an anomaly, I guess, in and out in Costco, just in our like low wage fucking capitalist fucking society and shit.
Yeah, no, I agree. That's capitalism, baby. Like I said, it was capitalism after all.
But it's like,
figure it out.
well, I like Costco. It's like, it's always a trip how like, I don't know how they fucking do it, but how like their electronics are always like cheap.
Don't know either.
Just like, I know you've been talking about it, but like the Surface Pro or like the Surface, like Microsoft Surface, like what the fuck, man? Like you're talking about how it's beating the MacBook Air, the M3 MacBook Air.
Those are just like benchmark tests. So just for a quick thing, Microsoft just unveiled their new Copilot Surface series. They're now using ARM-based technology. They tried to do this like 2016, 2017, and it just failed completely.
Right. And that was that the Cortana shit?
They're also getting rid of Cortana too, so bye-bye Cortana.
Is that why?
No. But I mean, they just have better AI models now. But they're gonna stay away from the Intel because let's face it, Intel's been like a shitty mobile product. It's a really good like desktop thing, but it hasn't been really working well with mobile kind of stuff. So instead of getting like 8 hours on a laptop, these new Qualcomm, I think they're like the Snapdragon X Elite. I don't know why I know that from the top of my head. I just know it's Qualcomm, and like the benchmarks are showing that they're lasting like 16 hours, whatever, like incomparable to a MacBook Air, right? So this is a good sign. This is a really, really good sign that ARM technology is coming up. That the mobile wave is finally coming to the PCs and stuff like that now. But we need to figure out how the real world tests are, right? Because no one has not done like premier benchmarks yet, right? Because it took Adobe a while to adjust to the new ARM processors, right? So we'll see how fast just translates over into the new Qualcomm stuff. So basically, I just think Microsoft's back, baby. But I'm also really worried too, because I'm just like, Microsoft's been doing some weird things that kind of make me go like, man, why are you trying to make me use Edge so much? At first, you guys didn't care about Edge, but now why y'all trying to make me use Edge again, man? Maybe I want to use Brave. Maybe I want to use DuckDuckGo. And maybe I want to use like other browsers. I forgot to bring this up earlier because I know you were going off on it, but the whole Google AI thing, the summary, which I think Bing is going to do, Microsoft's going to do. Actually, they took that idea from, I told you about this browser called Arc browser, and I think that's like my new current favorite browser because on mobile, that's what it does. Like sometimes I'll just ask it a question. I'm like, hey, give me like the quick highlights of like today's business news and like politics, business, and technology. And what it does is like it'll create me a new website and just like pull from different sources and it'll like source them and like give me like snippets. And is there, you want to read more, just click this link. If you want to read more about this, click this link. And I think that is the best way to go about search. And so far they're doing it really well. And I'm just scared that like freaking Google and like Microsoft is gonna like get rid of this company because they're doing something right. So you guys ever check it out? It's pretty sick. Arc browser, not sponsored.
Not sponsored. Well, because like I was thinking about it from like a marketing standpoint also, because someone asked me, or even thinking about doing some website stuff, and can like reworking their website and also including like fucking SEO type shit. And I'm like, man, I honestly don't even know what to do about SEO anymore because honestly, when new AI comes out, search AI, whatever the fuck, between the different competitors, like I don't know what the fucking data they're gonna pull. So I don't know how to. What the fuck is search engine optimization if I don't even know what the fucking AI is gonna pull, dude?
Yeah, exactly. SEO is gonna be really weird because like actually sourcing another person, but like Nilay Patel, like The Verge, was talking about this, right? Because he was talking about like, man, like his biggest fear is like this. He coined this concept called Google Zero. It's basically when Google stops feeding small websites like traffic, right? Like what's gonna happen? Like how can we avoid that? Because like his always thing was like, how can we get off Google? How can we not be reliant on Google, Twitter, and blah blah blah, right? And like I think we're gonna come to that reckoning soon, like you said, because if these websites are doing all this compiling, and if they're not sourcing correctly, or if they're not giving it, if they're not like stating their facts and stuff like that, or source, what do you call it, labeling their sources, like how do you expect what are like people creating websites supposed to do now, right? Like how can they get like traffic
so it's
and
like
eyes? Yeah,
it's a fucking like right now it's like if your page rank is really good and if search is already giving you like so much credibility, like you have the edge like already.
Microsoft Edge. Sorry, I couldn't help it.
So yeah, it's like, okay, if like let's say Ben Shapiro fucking writes an article about I don't know, I'll fucking McDonald's and shit. And so like is Google gonna pull all the sources pull all search results related to anything McDonald's related is gonna pull back from Ben Shapiro and the caller and shit.
Right. Yeah. Or what stops the internet from saying, what stops the internet from creating like 100 different private websites, manipulating SEO traffic from the AI, and just putting shit out there that says like cow farts are gonna take over the world or something. I don't know. Fucking just throw some random conspiracy.
Or even like
you can elevate it. You can elevate.
Yeah,
like,
because I was looking just for research and shit. That like already there's a hack to already kind of do that. Is like you make your own subreddit thread about like what's the best dishwasher, and you start a thread on subreddit, and if fucking Google is already pulling from Reddit, you're like, oh shit, you're already in, dude. Like,
yeah,
it doesn't matter if it's fucking true or not. It's fucking people are talking about it on Reddit.
Yeah, and like, and if you're like, there's nothing wrong. Like, crowdsourced material is interesting too, because a lot of it's nice because you kind of get like a different outside perspective. But sometimes like people just don't do their research, right? Like, I hate the fact that now I'm required to like, not only I have to know media literacy, I have to now know. Yeah, no, this is still media literacy, right? Now I have to be a fact checker, and like, we're not. If AI is supposed to help us, then why do we have to be fact checkers now to our own AI? It's like, I'm at that point now where every time an AI gives me an answer, I have to be like, okay, let me just, cite your resources real quick. It'll look credible. Like Google or like OpenAI will like cite like a resource or whatever. And then you go to that website, it doesn't exist. Or it's like something completely different. I'm just like, no. Like, oh my gosh, I forgot what it was, but I remember I did ask like either OpenAI or something like, hey, can you cite your source real quick? I really want to look into this. Gave me a link. I went there. Article doesn't exist. I'm like, and then I even asked for that research paper number, right? Mm-hmm. Doesn't exist. I'm like, so yeah. So now I have to be a fact checker to my own inquiries, which is so stupid. I might as well just go back into my search again. I might as well just use traditional search again. Anyways, yeah. Long rant. Hello. This is AI. This is me. Fuck this shit.
Is me. Fucking. All right.
Can we talk about something lighter? Let's talk about something lighter.
Yeah, we're going to talk about something lighter. We're going to pivot to something a little bit not AI related, but also kind of in the what the fuck range.
Yes.
So Under Armour is collaborating with Balenciaga. So far, I believe this is for the spring summer 2025 collection. So right now they've teased a pair of Under Armour Balenciaga earrings, the fashion platform sneakers, and there might be a jersey involved. I don't know. It's just
No.
Initial thoughts. What you got?
No.
I have mine.
Nope. One. Balenciaga's not a fucking sports brand, man. Like, it's not a fucking sports brand. Like, if Serena Williams like was rocking it during a match, I think it would have been sick. But I would never say like Balenciaga's a sports brand, because who the fuck's gonna wear sports clothes and as a Balenciaga, man? Like, I can imagine people going pickleballing wearing Balenciaga gear, right? That is like the most up-class shit, pretentious shit in the world. If I saw someone in a Balenciaga during like a pickleball match or something like that, like that's gonna be like way too much for me. I can't imagine that. I can't imagine that. Like bouldering, I'm wearing Balenciaga shorts. Freaking.
Like, considering Steph Curry is a like the Under Armour athlete, that's their guy. Like, do you see him wearing a Balenciaga like collab on the court next year?
That's too much, man. That's gonna be too much. Like, what's next, man? Louis Vuitton, fucking Jordan collabs or something like that. I don't know. Like,
Motherfucker, we just did the fucking the Timbs and fucking that's Pharrell shit, dude.
yeah, I know. I'm just saying, like it's like. But like, if you saw that in a court, like if you saw that in a game, right? If you saw a Louis Vuitton sneaker in a game, you're just like, what the fuck is that?
What the fuck are you doing?
Yeah, is that sick? It's weird. I don't know. Maybe I think it's just gonna be so strange. But maybe. Okay, I'm gonna try to be positive about this. It would be interesting because you would see that dip into. But I hate this so much. You would see that dip from like high end, taking influence from low culture and like making it their own and elevating it, right? I mean, that's capitalism at work, baby. But I just hate that, right? I hate when you try to elevate certain cultures, ones that started from, you know, like we always talk about this with hip hop, right? We always like, oh yeah, hip hop was always for the masses, but now someone like Drake like makes hip hop into like it's a money thing. It's a
like a very like pop culture.
It's a very pop culture thing.
Like dance hits type.
Yeah.
Music. Yeah.
And it's like as long like we said, like as long as like Drake, in my mind, that Drake's a pop artist and not a hip hop artist, like it makes me feel so much better. He uses hip hop style music, which is fine. Like I don't mind that. I think that's fine for the culture. But like, because we're always gonna have our Kendricks and our J. Cole's and our Lupe Fiascos out there. But yeah, no, the fact that Balenciaga is doing this is so like interesting in a way. I'm not sure who made this deal first. I'm not sure if it's Balenciaga who reached out to Under Armour, or Under Armour was like, please, you know what I mean? Like, please.
Well, because like think about like Balenciaga previously did a collab with Adidas. Like keep that in framework. Like Adidas has had like high end partnerships, it's like Alexander Wang, Yohei Yamamoto has his long-standing Y3 line. Right. So it's not out of the norm for Adidas to do the collab with Balenciaga, or Balenciaga getting into like the athleisure type shit. It's just interesting from like just Under Armour, because they have like no credibility in the terms of athleisure. Like Under Armour to me is just like you just wear it to play sports.
Yeah, I don't even think Lululemon has that kind of thing or whatever, right? Because there's like Lululemon like yoga pants and stuff like that, right? Or
mm-hmm.
whatever.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm trying to think, but the only exception to that is because Adidas is a lifestyle brand, right? It's not.
Yeah.
It makes sense. Vans is also a lifestyle brand. If Balenciaga did something with Vans or with Adidas. It makes more sense. Nike would be a little interesting. The only exception to the rule is like the whole, was it the Nike Louis Vuitton one?
They did one Louis Vuitton, and also they did with Christian Dior.
Yeah. So I mean, it's slowly dipping into that. Maybe I'm just not ready for it yet, and maybe I just don't think that Under Armour is the right partner of choice for this one. I think it's an interesting choice. I don't think it's the right choice. I don't think anything bad of Under Armour. Essentially, I don't think anything bad of Under Armour. I just think it's really unique, I guess. And I'm just not ready for it yet. Maybe that's like a nice way of putting it. I'm not ready for it yet, but if it works, then I think we might just see it more often. I mean, I'm gonna have like yoga pants that says like Balenciaga on it next to my crotch next. Like that's what we're growing with this.
Well, because like I think it's from like a consumer and just like how I view Under Armour as like a performance brand. Like I'm like, it's just weird. It's a weird fit. It feels like an arranged marriage type shit. Like it's just like you're just trying to make it work, and it's obvious that Balenciaga is like high end, and you got this startup brand. Not startup brand, but like this brand that has gone through struggles with their own athletes and their own deals, like for like a decade, and that's not really doing as well as Adidas or fucking Nike. So it's like
I don't even think about it.
Yeah, it's they're not even almost in the same kind of like category of sportswear, right? Yeah, because like Under Armour hasn't had like they haven't had a way into like athleisure or like a lifestyle market.
Yeah, 100%
like,
agree.
No one's wearing fucking Under Armour kicks to like
show off to wear. Like there are no hype beasts around it.
Yeah. Yeah, like you can like Steph Curry is the only thing valuable. From my point of view, my standpoint to Under Armour.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, that's fair. Yeah. And there's no Steph Curry Under Armour shoe yet, so.
There is. It's just like it's not like.
Is there one?
Yeah, he's like I'm like exactly. No one fucking cares. But like the fashion bros talking about are like from High Snob and like GQ, they're like, oh my god, like this is groundbreaking, like this is so crazy, like what are we gonna see next, like type shit. Like bro, like it's Under Armour. It's fucking like I don't know, it feels like rich people cosplaying as poor people again.
I feel like we've been dealing with this since the like 90s though.
Yeah, but like not in the sense of like stealth wealth or like
just straight up taking stealth identity. Wealth
is it's because it's like
another person's identity already. It's like wealthy people taking hip hop away from. You know what I mean? The reason why people were rocking chains back then was because like I finally made it, man. I can afford this. Now it's like, all right, mansion, pandas. I meant the car, like freaking designer or whatever.
Oh, I'm
not gonna go on that tangent anymore. I'm still like shocked. I'm still shook by that, dude. I'm still super shook by that. But yeah, no, it's weird. I don't want to say weird. Weird's not the right word. I'm not ready for it.
No, I think weird is a good like descriptor for it, because it is a weird collabo, and for some weird, like if this comes out to like more than just like 3 items, it gives more credibility to Under Armour as like, hey guys, I can do hey Nike, hey Adidas, I can do the cool shit too. Like, I'm in the cool kids. Like it's what it looks like to me. Like they're trying really hard to be the cool kids.
I agree. I bet you this really looks like an Under Armour paid someone from Balenciaga. Like, dude, how much millions do you want just to make a shirt? A t-shirt, please. Something like that. I don't know. Whatever. It is what it is. Ugh. I hope they put out some dope shit. That's all I care about. If they put out some cool shit and don't have like the tacky ass Under Armour. Oh God, it's so. Who thinks about Under Armour, really? Like, are the thermals even that good? Like, I just got to figure that out. I don't even know if it's even that good, man. Like,
Well, because I want to say that they came out with like the dry fit like material first, and then Nike bit them, right? So like,
okay,
when I think dry fit, I'm like, oh, it needs to feel like the Under Armour like fucking like sweat wicking material, right? The compression shirts and shit.
Uniqlo kind of.
But other than that, why? Who really thinks about Under Armour?
Yeah. Who thinks about Under Armour? I don't know. I mean, we're talking about it now, so that's something. That's marketing. That's capitalism, baby.
Right. Well, I'll say this one piece on the Balenciaga shit, and then we can move on from it. Like, when I went to Europe in 2016, we went to the Colette store in Paris. Me and Rona, and at that time they had the Balenciaga showroom in the upper floor, and I was like, oh shit, I have no fucking reason to be on the floor with Balenciaga. I don't really give a fuck, but it's just like, just to go and experience. They're not gonna fucking judge me, and I'm not gonna buy anything. But it's like, it was a weird experience from like going in from like Colette was the way that it was set up. It kind of felt like almost like Five and a Dime, peak Five and a Dime. They were like cool shit, like shirts and like toys and like magazines. But then like you go upstairs, it's like this like white room. There was like a car in it and like a showroom of like Balenciaga like shirts and sweatpants and shit like that. It was like a weird contrast for me to like see it from like a consumer standpoint of like looking at it as like, oh, like this is what high end fashion in like high end fashion in like a fashion capital, right? So he's like, oh, this is really interesting. And then you're like, you go downstairs, you got this kind of like hype beast type fucking like
night and day, right?
Like, yeah, it was just like, what the? It's just like a really weird thing, and that's how I feel about Under Armour and Balenciaga. Like, just to wrap it up, it's like it just feels weird, and it just feels like Under Armour is gonna walk away with this with more value than Balenciaga is.
100%. Yeah, 100%. I think that's absolutely true. Whether or not it's gonna pop off or not is could be let the markets decide, I guess. Let the culture decide. Because I can't see it. I don't see it at all. I mean, who really wants to freaking sweat out their Balenciaga clothes, I guess? Who wants to fucking dive for the ball in their Balenciaga outfit? Not me. I'd be like, move. No, hell no. This is too much, man. Fuck that, dude. Let the ball go out. I'm not catching that shit. All right, let's wrap this up. Let's talk about what we hyped about. What you hyped about, everyone?
I recently got the Doctor Doom one-shot comic.
Excuse me? Okay.
I'm really hyped about it because I think it released 2 weeks ago on social media. They were saying that on the first page was MF Doom lyrics. And I was like, oh shit. And then like I was like, oh, I have to get it now. Then like the local comic book shop I went to, they fucking sold out. So I ordered it online to be shipped. So hold up, let me pull it.
I'm like really impressed. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, so they made a few variant covers. So this is the like,
oh, that's nasty. Oh,
yeah. So this is like the original, like the main print. So like it's an interesting story because I guess I haven't followed any of Doctor Doom at all. But then there's this another variant one. It's pretty fucking sick shit.
Ooh.
Yeah.
I would say open up and show us the Doctor Doom lyrics, but but there's Doctor Doom lyrics.
No, I had to read it because I was like, okay, like what context is it? And I was like, oh, this is actually a really good. It's like a really good story. So like,
also for people listening to the podcast, if you want to see like the thing that everyone's talking about, you have to go to their YouTube channel at www.youtube.com/difficultypleasepod.
It goes, living on borrowed time. The clock ticks fast. Oh, shit! And I was like, fuck. Yeah. So that was what I saw online. I was like, okay, I have to get it. So
that I'd be hype on that too. That's actually fucking sick. That's so sick.
Yeah. So
Holy
like,
shit.
yeah, it's I guess in the storyline of like the Doctor Doom series, since this is a one shot, so like he gets revived somehow. Or he gets defeated by Galactus at one point in time. He gets revived in this one shot, and then he teams up with Reed Richards' daughter to fight Galactus again.
Interesting. That's a nice premise to start.
I was like, bro, I have no idea what the fuck happened. Like, I'm not caught up with comics at all, but I'm like, this is really fucking interesting. I'm about to go.
That's tight.
It looks tight. I was like, living in borrowed time. These fast. I was like, oh shit. So yeah, I was really hype about that. I was really hype about it. So I was like, let me get the original cover plus the variant.
For sure. Damn. That's actually one sick. That is super sick to be hyped about. Man, that actually blows mine out of the water. Holy shit.
No, it's fine, man. What you hype on? I was like, this is like the most nerdy shit. Like, it's one of the nerdy shit. Like, I wasn't really looking to like collect comics in 2024, but I was like, this is side shit.
What I'm hyped on, just the fact that like my life's rolling again. Like, not the way I wanted to, but it's rolling again. So it's just, I've just been kind of like trying not to punish myself about like lost time. That's why I bought like the Vivian Westwood ring. I bought this cashmere hoodie and like joggers that are on sale Memorial Day, and it's just nice to feel dope again because my life is dope and I do dope shit. That's pretty much it though. Like I think I'm taking pride about the things like I kind of just blew off on, and I'm just getting ready to resume my life again. My friend and I were thinking about traveling to Europe next year, so we'll see how that goes. But yeah, no, I'm just trying to enjoy the time I have left until I start getting busy again. So it's fun. I mean, what sucks is, so if you don't know, I tried some creative ventures and just didn't pan out. I'm still gonna try to do them, but now I'm just gonna, what was it? A 9 to 5 and a 5, or no, what was it? And they called it a 9 to 5 and a 5 to 9 kind of. I forgot how they say it. Like your second thing you do after work kind of thing. So I'm gonna start leaning into that. I forget what. Yeah, I forgot to say it is, but yeah, but it's basically like I'm gonna start doing things after work now, and like I'm ready to like do this shit, and I'm just trying to spend time with people right now, and it's been really rewarding. Creative shit all day. Scary. That is the episode.
That's the episode. Like and subscribe. We're at 37 subs. I love it. You know, it was like a fucking grind to get there, man. We just got to get we're trying to get to like 1,000. Can we get monetized at least?
Yeah, I would love to monetize. That'd be sick.
I would love to monetize and put money back into this.
I know. All the stuff we've been spending, microphones. I'm trying to get a new microphone, baby. I'm trying to get an RE20. I'm just kidding.
I'm trying to have these Google ads pay off for fucking AI fucking software that we use to edit and shit.
Hell yeah. Scary.
Yeah, like and subscribe on YouTube. Follow us on socials. We're posting a lot more now.
Yep.
Me.
Yeah. Erwin does all the video stuff.
And we're on Spotify, Apple Pod. Yeah, I mean it's fucking Friday. It's Thursday night.
It's fucking Friday.
I wish it was fucking Friday.
I don't know that live. I don't know Monday through Friday live. Just never did. But yeah. Friday. Gotta get down like Friday. I don't know. I don't know the song lyrics.
All right. We'll see you guys next time.
Peace.
Peace.